Welcome back, toy fans, to another Toymension video. So today, I wanted to go a little old school, and I was like, you know what? It feels like a spring day. It's nice outside, a little cloudy. Go just check out random stores. So the first place I did check out was my local Ross, which is a good 30 minutes from me, give or take, because I do live in the middle of nowhere. Real quick with Ross, so the prices are really going up there. So when I first started shopping there, prices were very low. So I only picked up a few things, and they honestly did not have much stuff there at all. Like, there was more toddler type stuff, you know, younger kid stuff or whatever. But like I said, I did find three things, actually. Three things. So I like these Spider-Man cars, right? So that is a Miata right there with Spider-Gwen. Picked that up. I'm like, that's gorgeous. It was $5.99. So I found these. These are probably about $7 to $8.99, maybe at Walmart or something like that. So yeah, you just save a few bucks. But the old Ross days, this would have been just a couple bucks. But still, that is a cool little find there. I like that. Little back picture here. So I do like my spiders. And speaking of cars, so that was a Miata. This is Black Panther. This thing was $4.99. Yeah, so see the difference? This one's $5.99. You see it? Actually, I don't know if you can see it. This one's $4.99. So no big deal. So sorry about the sticker here. It's kind of in the way. But anyways, this is an RX-7 in there. Actually, I'm going to rip that open real quick. So RX-7s are cars I grew up being obsessed with. They're like a 1.3 liter. They look sexy, way ahead of their time, and they are quick. The red line's amazing. I grew up with those cars. You know, they're just amazing. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to pull this guy out. I think it's tape everywhere too. So, but yeah, there's more tape on it. But I want to show you this car. This car, I had to get it. So this is a Black Panther car. I'm cool with Black Panther. He's a good hero and stuff like that, but he's not one of the heroes I follow. You know, I'm more like I said, I'm more of a DC type guy, so I'm kind of picky on my Marvel side of things. But I do love this car, and this car is just gorgeous. Black, solid. Look at that big wing back there, man. This car is gorgeous. I mean, I cannot wait to actually take this out of the rest of the way out of the box and stuff. And you got a little Black Panther guy there too. So I freaking love that car. Oh man. I would have like a big thing up there that says Mazda on it or something like that too, or Toymension or something like that. But I love that car. I saw this. I was like, oh, it's Black Panther. But I saw the car, RX-7. I'm like, are you kidding me? And it's blacked out. I was like, I gotta have that. So I did pick that up. And like I said, $4.99. So to me, that's a sexier car. But she's probably worth more because, you know, Spider-Gwen, everyone likes Spider-Gwen, so put that to the side. And while I was at Ross's too, I was just looking at other things too. More spiders, right? I came across this, $14.99. So I was like, maybe at a comic book store or something like that, if you see something like this, it's probably gonna be like $40 to $50, $60 easily or whatever. But I don't know if you can really tell though, but that's like a 3D almost looking punch out of Spider-Man in there. So that is, I could not turn that down. I was like, I have to have that. It is beautiful. And you got my favorite clone right here, Scarlet Spider right here. Sorry about the glare, guys. Over here, you have Kane Parker, which is actually one of the clones who ends up taking a other persona of Scarlet Spider later on too. But he was probably one of the worst creations of the clones. But he had his own independent thing going on too. So right here, you have the white suit going on here. So I'm kind of torn with that. I don't know if that's from the video game, Future Foundation stuff going on with the Fantastic Four or something like that. But that is Spider-Man right there in a white suit, and that thing looks good. I was like, well, maybe it's the anti-Venom symbiote or whatever. I don't think so, man. I think that's actually like based on the game or something like that too. What else? You got the Cosmic Spider-Man back here. He sticks out like real easy. So yes, there is a Cosmic Spider-Man. Then here, that looks like Miles Morales back there. So then we got, who else in here? You got the one wearing pants. So, you know, Peter B. Parker, I'm assuming. So But this is a cool, man, this thing. So everything else is art, paint, or a picture kind of thing. Then you got, like I said, the 3D, a pop-out Spider-Man. That looks cool. Like I said, this is $14. That's what I like about Ross. You find the most random stuff there that looks so cool. And like they have other comic book stuff there too. I'm like, man, I don't have room for any of that stuff. But no, $12.99, not $14.99. Is that what I said? I don't remember. But anyways, this thing's gorgeous, guys. I'm like, wow, that's like a centerpiece, man. If you have a really nice statue in the front or something like that, that's freaking epic. I love that. So I'm glad I found that. So to me, that was a very, 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 very good deal. So then after that, I went to Walmart, just looked around and stuff like that too. Honestly, I didn't find nothing at Walmart. Their shelves are so freaking empty. I feel like Ross actually had more toys there. Like I said, it was mostly toddler stuff. And, you know, you had a bunch of Nerf guns and stuff like that too, or whatever. But like I said, their prices are going up, or maybe I'm just not early enough to get there. The early birds get the worm, they say, or maybe they're not putting out the inventory, or maybe everyone's buying up the toys. But anyways, they didn't have much there. Like I said, I found a few cars and stuff there. They did have some Ninja Turtle stuff there too, but I'm not really sure. Like there was a foot soldier with like claws and stuff like that too. I don't know if it's supposed to be a cyborg or something like that. I don't know if it's from the Ronin series though, but it looked pretty sick. I almost picked it up. But it was tagged at $8.99. I go, that's almost like the actual price for those things. I mean, I could be wrong, but if it was like $4, $5, I would have picked it up. So, so after I left Walmart, like I said, they were pretty empty. Even like the one I went to, like you know, the arcade area where you find TVs and stuff like that too. That place was empty too, man. I'm like they don't even have. They had a few Funko Pops there. They had a lot of sales going on, like on. They got Funko Pop minis now and stuff, and they had like a clearance thing I saw was a what's that warlock guy's name or whatever, the wizard guy, whatever, the kid, Harry Potter. They had it's like this tall castle looking thing right there, and it says you can put minis on it too. That thing was marked down like $5.99. I was like, well, I don't really collect that kind of stuff. If it was like a bat thing or whatever, I was like, that can be perfect for Legos and stuff, and that can go in my little bat cave over here. But anyway, so after I left the Walmart, kind of disappointed. I was like, all right, what's next? So then there was a Target down the road. So I went to the Target stuff, and they actually had some sales going on. Some stuff you had to fight with. It'll say like this percentage off on this, but then you have to bring it up and prove it to the person. And I'm like, I don't understand why it's not updated in the system, or unless those cards are out of date or whatever. So, so real quick with Target. So Target, I did pick up a lot of stuff there real quick. So speaking of the deals, right? So I have never owned a T-Rex. So I picked up a T-Rex. And this looks like the tiger stripe one you actually see in the new Rebirth. It doesn't say Rebirth on it though, but Jurassic Park. But it does look like the one you see in the trailer for Jurassic World Rebirth. So I was like, you know what? I never had a T-Rex before. I always had raptors and like some other random stuff or whatever. The Adamus Rex over here. But I mean, I never had a T-Rex. I was like, oh, I like this. It has like the tiger look going on. So we got two. And it's called the Feel Reel. So electronic reel feel or whatever. So you actually feel it. It has a rubbery feel to it. So, so when I get this thing out of the box, I'm like, does it do anything? I mean, it makes noises and stuff, but does the tail move? Does it? What's it do? So that'll be a fun little video to do. So, but there is a right there. So it does make noises. So that does sound pretty cool. Mouth moves and stuff like that too. He just looks cool, and he has that orange look. One of my favorite raptors actually from the original Jurassic Park stuff from the 90s was the only one I actually owned originally was like a orange, I think it was like an orange and white thing going on, but you pull the legs back and it goes, and like, it's called a Screaming Raptor or something like that too. So it kind of reminds me of that. It sticks out, but also blends in like a natural color too. I really like that too. But anyways, so this thing was marked at $30 or 30% off, right? And it rang up for a lot of money. So I honestly forgot it, and I think I got rid of the receipt already. But I had to actually bring it up to the person over, and I did the self-checkout, whatever, and I was holding up a line because of stuff like this too. It was not popping up 30% off. I go, well, look right here. So I went back real quick with all my stuff still in front, took a picture of it, and it said T-Rex on it, the real, the Feel Real, electric one or whatever. And she was, oh, okay, and did something real quick and knocked out 30%. I'm like, okay, cool. But this is pretty cool. I'm excited to see what this does. So here's a little background picture of it. But to me, I thought that was a pretty good deal. And there was so many dinosaurs there. I was like, man, I'm just going to go overboard here and go broke. So I picked that guy up. So I finally got my first T-Rex, and he's going to be starting. So I'm going to start rebuilding dinosaurs and stuff. I got to get like a table thing. I'm actually like this whole wall over here is just going to be dinosaurs and stuff like that too. Then I'm going to move my Godzilla stuff somewhere else too. So, all right. So moving on. So I like, oh wait, another dinosaur. So he was on sale too. He was like 20% off or something like that. But I picked it up. It's called the Ghost Raptor, Velociraptor. Nope. Atroceptoraptor. Atroraptor. I can't pronounce that, guys. Sorry, I chopped the name up. It looks pretty cool. So pretty much you get the tail floating down here and stuff like that too. I was like, well, start building up those raptors again, but I like it. It's called the Ghost Raptor. And I was like, that's different. So I was like, I got to pick that guy up. He looks very poseable and stuff like that too. So that would be fun, like, you know, thing to open up and check out and stuff like that too. So I'm like, yeah, cool. Okay. All right. So anyways, I had to get my cat something too, by the way. Yeah. So this was like $2, Boots and Barclays or whatever. So I had to get this for my cat. And so anyways, you put this on your door and it rattles, keeps his attention and stuff like that too, instead of him attacking me while I'm trying to do videos and stuff like that too. So anyways, so then I'm not a huge Adam West Batman fan. I respect him. I like the goofiness stuff, but I like the Dark Knight type, like Michael Keaton stuff all the way to Batflick. So, but I saw this as a monster truck. So you got the Adam West Batmobile on there, just jacked up. I was like, oh my God, that's cool. So I picked that up, and this was actually 50% off too. This was 50% off, and there was another part of these two 50% off too. So Target's got some sales going on right now too. But like I said, make sure you document them or take pictures and zoom in on the part number or something like that too, so you can actually argue with it too. So I also had to do discounts on something else too. So, but yeah, so there's more of the collection there and stuff like that too. But because a jacked up Batman car, I was like, with a classic looking, 60s car, give or take or whatever, I was like, why the hell not? So that was interesting too. So, all right. So, real quick too. So this was in the clearance area too at Target, which I didn't know they had a clearance area. So, this was actually, no, clearance. Yes, it was in clearance. So this was actually in their game area. It's like, TVs and stuff, just like the Walmart one I was complaining about earlier. They actually had some more stuff too. They had tons of Funko Pops. They had tons of minis. They had some plushies, more Ninja Turtle stuff. They had random stuff like this too. And I looked through them and stuff like that too. And I was like, that's Loki. Loki Venomized. I have never seen that before or whatever. So comes with part of the symbiote, stuff like that too. Yes, there's a moving part in here. I guess it pops or whatever. But you got some really cool stuff here with it too. I was like, wow. But yeah, this was, I didn't really look at it. It was like in a $4 or $5 range. It was very cheap, actually, very cheap. So it might have been. But anyways, you got him back here fighting his brother, right? Which I can't wait in the movie to see them reunite again, though. So, but Venomized Loki. See, this is why Sony needs to sell Disney Spider-Man stuff back so we can see cool stuff like that too. But I was like, that's a small figure. It's like, I gotta get it. So, all right. So, I like doing these sometimes. They really piss me off sometimes. But these were $14.99 a piece, right? Well, they were 50% off, right? I had to go back and prove to these two again. Like I said, I was in line there for a while at Target. So I got like this because you got multi-colors. You got Spider-Man's colors on there. Then you got a little base going on there. So I like that. There's other heroes in there too. I actually might try to get some of the other ones, build my own Avenger team or something like that. But Spider-Man, level 1. This shouldn't take too long. This could be a fun little video and project right here. But I was like, Spider-Man, like I said, it's been Spider-Man day. I got a few Spider-Man stuff or whatever too. So then I, of course, got Buzz Lightyear from Toy Story 4. So he's kind of clear. So I might actually have problems with him because the colors, they'll blend together. The whole clear thing going on. So I struggle with that or whatever, but you do have a little yellow in there. So I was like, I'll pick him up too. He's a level 1 also, I believe. But I was like, yeah, why not too? I mean, come on, $7, $8, give or take. I'm like, okay, cool. So yeah, this is a lot lighter. This is a lot heavier. So Go figure. Anyways, I'm excited to Spider-Man one, so I'm gonna be doing that real soon. So then stopped at a gas station, grabbed a Monster or something like that too, real quick. Then I went to some other store. We're not even gonna talk about that store right now. So anyways, so on the way back home, and before I went to go eat dinner and stuff, I was like, I'm gonna swing by the Dollar Tree. I have never been to this Dollar Tree, so, and me talking about dinosaurs and stuff, these are temporary tattoos of dinosaurs. So pretty much, I believe you make them wet, lick them or something like that, and you stick them on there, and they last, and you can wash them off too. Yes, there's 35 in there. It's just, there's some cute ones in there, some scary looking ones and stuff like that too. And I was like, I could probably make a collage with this or something like that, frame it, that'd just be cool. That's just kind of cool to me. I don't know. I just had to pick this up. I was hoping there were stickers or something like that stick on my little sticker board that I'm working on, but I can go with this. So yeah, that's cool. So yeah, like Rexy and stuff in there too, like dinosaurs, you know. I mean, I like it. So that was different. So like I said, I might give this to a friend or something like that too, but this is what got me right here. So as I was walking through, by the way, Dollar Tree, everything, of course, $1.25 because everything's going up in price, but it's been like that for a while. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So I came across these guys. These are the cutest things I've ever seen. Oh my God. They're not beanies. They're little plushies. So pod pals. So yeah, I've never heard of them before, but they were too cute to say no to. So of course, the first one I grabbed was a Batman one, right? And I just started digging through real quick. I'm like, these are just really freaking cute. So as I was digging through there, I ran across Flash. I'm like, okay, I like it. Flash is one of my favorite comic book characters, along with Batman. So I was like, yes, too cute, right? So I was getting ready to walk off with the Flash. I saw another red one. So I was like, oh, it's just another Flash. I don't know if it's going to be something else. And that being my Red Ranger. I'm like, oh my God. So these look like mini eggs or something, or you can stick them in eggs, you know, like plastic eggs or something like that too. That was just, looks freaking cool. I go, what other ones do they have in there? So I was like, oh man, I gotta look. Like I said, I cannot say no to these. So then I came across Zach, the Black Ranger. Very nice. Very cute. I was like, man, they look short and stumpy, like midgets. Oops, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Sorry, guys. But yeah. Like they're short, man. They're cute. I'm like, oh my God. I might just rip these tags out or something like that without breaking them though. But that is just freaking cool. And I kept digging around. I couldn't find the other colors and stuff to get to. I was like, okay, maybe somewhere else. So then I went to another store real quick just for the hell of it. And I didn't find any of the other Rangers, but I did come across him. Yes. My main man himself. Tommy. Tell me that's not cute, man. Even that shield, man. It's like, what the heck? So he's holding his belt like he ate too much. I love that. That's so cool, man. I like that. So it was very fun. Like I said, a lot of the prices of stuff are going up or whatever, but you can still go out and have fun and stuff like that too. You can do window shopping. That's what I was doing on a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff I really wanted to get, but I was like, whoa. You know, slow down, too much at once, you know, get a little bit at a time, you know, work on it and stuff like that too. And before you know, you're going to have a huge collection. That's what's cool about collecting and stuff like that too, because you just go out. I could be out looking for Spider-Man strictly stuff or whatever, which I want to do videos like that, about doing Power Rangers only, or I'm doing Spider-Man only. But then you come across, you know, stuff like this, you know, Power Rangers and stuff like that too, you know, or a random car. You're like, oh my God, I have to add it to my Batman collection. So I'm like, and it's a monster truck. You come across cool stuff or whatever, or your dream car, like RX-7s and stuff like that too. Man, I used to have so many of those models. I was married once. So, but yeah, guys, I had fun. And like I said, I'm happy I got my first T-Rex. I got a couple 3D puzzles. I did pick up some more picture frames and stuff like that too, because I have an Aladdin poster. Aladdin puzzle I did, a 300-piece puzzle, which didn't take me too long. Then I have a female DC Justice League puzzle too. I actually got to put into the correct frame. Then the frame I'm using for that is actually going to be my sticker frame. So everything's slowly coming together, a little bit at a time and stuff like that too, guys. But I'm going to try to do more, I'm going to call it toy hauls, or really, but just go out and see what's out there, look around, you know, get out there, mingle, talk to people. I had so much fun, man. Just getting around and stuff, seeing people. it's just fun, you know, just go check things out. Even if you're broke or you just have $5 burning a hole through your pocket, man, go to the Dollar Tree, you know, go to the Dollar General. I mean, there's all kinds of stories out there, man. I was picking up Dollar General Legos there for a little while, but they have the same ones there anymore, so I just don't really bother with them too. The Legos, I was looking at Lego sets too. They don't really have anything that triggered me. There was a lot of cool Legos, but they're way up there in price range. I was like, man, that's like a car payment. Like, what's going on? There was like a castle thing or Hogwarts or something. There was like a castle thing going on over there, and they wanted $300 for it. And this was at Target or whatever. So he even had the band around it too. Oh, also at Ross's too, just real quick. So they have security guards now. You have this ticked off looking lady wearing a bulletproof looking vest thing going on and like a belt, all black on the back, says security, just sitting there. Welcome to Ross's. Welcome to Ross's. I was like, you want me to buy you a candy bar or something? You don't look happy. She was, have a good day. I'm like, okay. So I tried to crack a joke with her or whatever. But she looked angry being there and stuff like that too. I don't know. Maybe she was just bored or something like that, or maybe something did happen to her there. But yeah, I'm just waiting for Ross to start putting everything behind glasses, you know, glass cases and stuff for that. So, all right, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this, and we'll see you on the next one. Till next time, PDs. Till next time. Thank you.